Today on Suncoast View, your favorite Disney characters will soon have a new home. We'll talk about the company pulling its movies from Netflix.
Future fashionistas are using some unusual items in their designs, but for a very good cause. And today, they'll teach us how to do it.
And we're always up for trying something new. Hey, Linda, I nominate you. You're going to join the Sarasota Ladies Arm Wrestlers today.
Oh,
Good luck. All that and more right now on Suncoast View. Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Will Luera and Stacy Smith, improv comedians extraordinaire.
Thank you very much.
Great to have you with us. I've joked before that Will needs to go on payroll because he's been visiting frequently this summer, so that is our treat, and we're glad to have you back with us.
Thank you very much.
Stacy, welcome. You have
you.
been here as a performer, and we are thrilled to have you guest hosting.
Yes, thank you. I've seen how often he's done it, and so I called and asked if I could be here.
And you know what? We don't say no to too many people. Here is Stacy as part of Stacked Music, which is the musical improv group that you are part of. Tell us what brings you back to FST right now.
So I'm actually teaching a week of intensives. The festival just passed 2 weeks ago, which I'm always a part of for the last 6 years with my troupe. And this week I'm teaching intensives of, it's kind of like a Stacy sampler platter. So it's musical improv, characters, the Herald, which is a form that we do back in Chicago. So it's a little bit of everything.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to process all this. You have voluntarily spent a month on the Suncoast in the middle of the summer.
Yes. I am melting and it feels great. Yeah.
You know, just wanted to ask, but we are thrilled you're here.
Thank you.
A lot of fun, obviously great things happening at FST, and I'm hoping that there'll be some good things coming on this weekend, too. I know you're taking the stage Saturday night, Will?
That's right, yeah. Stacy and I will be on stage together this Saturday night as part of the Comedy Lottery at 7:30.
All right.
Yeah, and then the intensives will continue on into next week. So if people want to take classes next week, we'll still be doing those.
All right, sounds great.
Yeah.
We always love to hear what's going on at FST. We want to see who's in the kitchen today. We are keeping it fresh and healthy, and we welcome back Lynn from Sarah Fresh. What are we making today, Lynn?
We're going to make watermelon jerky.
Watermelon jerky?
Yep.
That sounds confusing. How do you take the water out of watermelon?
It's very simple. I'll show you how.
Okay, that sounds great. And of course, many different types of juices from Sarah Fresh as well. Give us a little quick synopsis of your juices.
The juices that we have here today, which I'd love to sample for you, are energizing green lemonade. We have bright eyes, alkalizer, gingerade, and tropical beet. Those are my favorites.
Okay, now I'm getting requests to hold up the jerky because we're still trying to process how a watermelon becomes a strip. Does it look like regular old beef or turkey?
I'll show you. Well, this is what it looks like on the actual dehydrator sheet. This is the finished product here.
Oh my gosh.
And it tastes great.
Wow.
My daughter's here sampling it, so.
Yeah, it looks
I
like
got 2
bacon.
thumbs up. It does. It looks like bacon.
And I
exactly.
bet it's better for us. So.
Doesn't taste like bacon.
All right, well, we'll keep it fresh and healthy and join you in the kitchen in just a few minutes. By the way, this whole little seating arrangement, very, very different. I keep turning to talk to Bobeth, who is still on vacation. I run into Linda, who's usually down there. Right. And I don't know if putting the comedians together on the end was a good thing or not. But
We'll try to behave.
yes, you two behave down there, or just take over. I'm fine with that, too. It is time for our first hot topic. And listen up, Netflix users. Your favorite Disney movies will soon not be available on the streaming service. Disney will move all of its content off of Netflix to start its own streaming service. Movies to be removed include all those Disney favorites plus Pixar titles. Disney says it's also going to produce exclusive content for its new platform. This will all occur in 2018. They're also planning an ESPN streaming service. All right, I do not like being forced to buy a service, and this is
more money for us.
This is feeling that way.
But they'll be making some new movies, so that'll be good. There'll be new content. That's what I'm always looking for.
I agree. I don't know a parent that isn't going to have to subscribe to this stuff.
I've already done it, actually, because I own a number of different Disney movies, so I bought them through the service. I already got the app on my phone and on my television. It's not bad. I mean, it's again, another service you have to subscribe to, right? Netflix, Hulu, now Disney, and whatever else you have. But so far, so good.
There's going to be a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, and you know what's the best thing is that the kids They go right to that, and they don't need to sort through all the other stuff. They know that these are their movies.
So you just taught me something. The service exists.
Yes.
Now Disney's just pulling everything to put it to
everything
it.
out.
All right. Now
Exactly.
in my world, because I pay for nothing, that's like a big joke in my house. There are no streaming services in my house. I steadfastly
You don't have
refuse.
Netflix?
I have nothing.
I hope you put that.
No, I refuse. And the
does it
reason I refuse is because my cable bill is $200 a month, and I'm
Yeah.
not paying for any more viewing. But what my kids are forced to use, since they have no Netflix, is Freeform, which is what used to be, I think, ABC or Disney Family.
Yes.
I
So-
love that channel.
Exactly. All the movies are there. So not all of them, the
But
older
some
ones.
really good ones, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's 444 on my dial. So
Okay.
we always go there.
So I don't know. Are we offended that we keep getting pushed to sign up for more things?
No, it's a business. You know, they're
Yeah.
not supposed to give us free things. So I will sign up. It'll hurt. It'll be painful.
It'll be
but I don't want to
painful
miss
for, I
this
think,
stuff.
my whole generation, because as a 30-year-old who loves Moana, all I want to do is go onto Netflix and be like, it's right there, great, and then be able to sing the songs, because we already have every single different streaming. So I think for someone who is my age who loves Disney, now it's just another thing that we have to.
Yeah, and for people my age, in the old days, you didn't have to pay for anything. You know, it came
right.
over on an antenna. It was amazing.
What is this?
Antenna?
Those don't work anymore, but that's all right. All right, I'm still holding tight. Well, a late night icon is coming out of retirement. David Letterman will host a 6-episode series on Netflix. Each hour-long episode will feature Letterman doing longer interviews with a single guest, and then in the field segments that he goes out and produces. This will start in 2018. Letterman says he learned that if you retire to spend more time with your family, you should check with your family first. Reminded me of you, Linda. The burning question, will he shave the beard?
Oh, please do.
I agree.
Please
do.
don't.
No, don't.
Don't.
Don't. Beards are everything.
I want to see the
You can
beard.
only tell this Letterman by 2 teeny little spots
No.
in his eyes.
Too much. Trim it down.
It's
Whack it down.
Castaway.
He looks like my grandfather. And he used to be younger than me.
He looks like Tom Hanks from Castaway.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Well, obviously, we're all thrilled to have Letterman back in the game.
Oh, yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
See, I told you retirement's not a good idea.
I figured that would be your thought, and apparently he agrees. Well, as we go back to school this month, a heads up to what kids may find in the books they are reading. More curse words. A textual analysis of novels over the last 60 years by San Diego State shows an increasing proliferation of swear words. So the use of the F word multiplied 168 times, the S word 69 times, and the phrase MF multiplied 678 times in literature. The study analyzed the 7 words that George Carlin says that you should never say on television, but apparently we say them all the time in books now. Does this surprise anyone?
No.
No.
No,
doesn't.
because that's the way people talk.
Right.
I still don't think it's a good idea. I still think, well, my husband lost a head coaching job once because they said he swore too much.
Wow.
And so it can hurt you in a job search. It can hurt you with other people. I'm insulted when young kids run by and they're yelling the F word. I don't like that. So I think you have to be very careful where you use these. But
Right.
I mean, there are state places, you know, like falling off the set or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you fall off the set,
If I
you'll
go
drop the F
backwards,
word?
You'll hear
Yes.
noise and you shouldn't listen to.
That's very funny.
My general take on swear words, and I say this to my actors as well as to my kids, I'm like, you have to earn it. Like, it can't just be something you throw out casually, right? But if it is something that the emotion, the moment
Yeah.
calls for, right, in a scene or in real life.
It's usually just said out of fear. Like in the comedy world, if someone swears, it's because they're nervous that they can't connect in an emotional way or have a strong relationship in an improv scene. But coming from someone who's from Long Island, New York, and swears very often, I'm not really surprised that it's in books because if books are staying with the times of what we are used to, it's really just showing exactly what we know in every day. And if our art is not changing with the times, then it feels outdated, right?
Well,
So-
and back to like streaming services and cable and all that. I mean, there are so few restrictions in so many arenas
Yeah.
about what can be put out there. I mean, I know my kids get their music from streaming services, and the stuff is atrocious. I mean, I have a rule in the car of what words I do not allow because I don't want to hear them in the car,
Yeah.
and I am no prude. But it gets old over and over and over. So, but I mean, that's what the kids are hearing. So, your point, you expect the art and the literature to reflect that because I don't even think they'd feel like like it was applicable to them if they weren't speaking the language, and the language is rough.
Right.
You know, it is what it is. So,
And it means a different thing if you clean it up.
correct.
So
It does.
if you clean it up, it sounds very proper.
It's less
And that
relatable.
person's not proper that's saying
It doesn't sound right.
Although I will say, hearing it out of people's mouths doesn't faze me much, but there is something about reading it in print. You know, like there's a little bit of an impact when you see that in print. Like, oh, well, alrighty then.
These are words, if you said them to me right now, I'd get really mad.
Oh, well, yeah, I won't try that. I think I'll skip that. All right, well, sometimes it seems that there's nothing harder than finding someone to help you at Walmart. Well, they have an idea how to change that. It's a facial expression computer system that would track you as you move throughout the store and then pick up if you look frustrated or confused. It would also help managers know, in a more positive use, when a customer expresses delight if they found a product that's a true hit. Can you imagine the facial expressions one could track at Walmart?
You could see on their face that they're using those words.
I can't imagine on any level this is a good idea.
I don't know how many people go to Walmart and are delighted. That are just walking through Walmart.
I
Like, this
bought
is
a
the
toilet
greatest day of
seat
my
this
life.
week and it was great.
Yeah. So I think that's so surprising. I would be mortified if someone tracked how I walk through a store because I don't even know the faces that I make when I walk through a store.
And then some guy's going to come up to you and go, ma'am, you were looking incredibly confused there. Can I help you? No, I'm just irritated. I'm in Walmart. You know? I mean,
It's a Wednesday.
right. It's
Yeah.
not a good idea. Well, so we like to look at pictures, but do they actually change how we remember events in our lives? It's called the theory of cognitive offloading. And there are two ways of looking at how photography shapes our lives. The first one is, obviously, it provides us with a great memory and a lot of emotions from looking back at an actual event. But the second thought is that are we spending so much time actually taking photos that we're missing parts of the event? We're actually distracted from what's really happening out there. When our attention is focused visually, the study claims our other senses are reduced.
Oh, I believe that. I think on trips, a lot of people take too many pictures. I've been on trips to Israel and places like that, and I swear the people never did see what they were looking at. They were all looking at through this and getting a close-up of a picture or something.
And not hearing and smelling and experiencing.
feeling.
Like one of my takes whenever I travel, it's like I want to make sure that the most important memory is here first, and then the second one is going to be is going to be on the phone.
Because I might not remember the first one. I gotta have that to remind me.
Yeah.
Where did I go?
Well, and we spend our whole life with the phone in our hands and up here now. So,
Right.
I mean, it's not like we can't get the memory. I think we all have to remember to experience it first.
Right, exactly.
Not to miss our life because we're taking a picture of it.
Exactly.
Like when I go to recitals, one of the things that like kills my soul is when I just see parents just with the whole time with the camera in front
Right.
of them. I'm like, put it down. Like,
Well,
look at
also
your
they don't
fiancé.
applaud or make noise if they're looking through the phone because they don't want to laugh.
Right, or shake the
So
video.
I'm just like, when I have kids, same things with kid shows. I'm like, great, parents, put down your phones and everything because as soon as you look on stage, you're not going to pay attention to your kids.
Right.
You're going to be seeing it through a different lens.
I think she almost swore. Did you almost swear?
I wondered that. Put down your what?
I don't think so.
Put down your shirt.
Your
Your
silly little phone.
good catch, Will. I caught that too. Well, there are moments.
I can do this.
You can. It's daytime television. No streaming, no cable, no light night. But we have talked about an after dark view, just so you know.
I'm in. I'm in.
Me too. Well, there are life moments that you don't want photographed, like juggling your 4 kids under the age of 7 with a shopping cart at the grocery store. But a stranger asked this mom for her smartphone so she could take a picture of her. And the mom was like, why would you want to do that? And the woman said she wishes she had photos of herself doing everyday things with her kids. And a little reminder that what we do every day does matter. I love this. Think about surviving the grocery store with small children.
A guy came up at Walmart and took a picture of my grandchildren, 4 little grandchildren and me. I didn't have a happy look on my face.
No, that sounds a little stalkerish.
That's very
This
creepy.
person asked to use her phone,
Yeah,
which I
that would
thought
be
was
better.
very
That would be
respectful,
better.
and then had a nicer no. If some random is taking pictures of you and your kids, you call the police.
Walmart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Regardless.
they should combine the Walmart face recognition software, also taking pictures of you.
They could
randomly.
sell them to you.
As you're exiting, you look at yourself.
It's just like a roller coaster.
like a roller coaster.
You get out,
I'll
you're
take
like,
a picture
I
of
made
myself
that
on
face.
aisle 8.
And this is where I was tackling the child in the toy aisle. Whoops.
Yeah.
Don't show the authorities. So here's another mom viral pick, and one I certainly love, though it's not as sentimental. It is a celebratory back to school relief. The kids are dressed, the backpacks are packed, mom is in the pool with a mimosa. Welcome back to school. This is amazing to me because when my kids were in elementary school, we lived in a neighborhood where we all gathered at the bus stop. We sent all the kids to the bus stop. On the very first day, we all gathered back at someone's house and had a back to school brunch with lots of champagne.
That's such a good idea.
Great.
I was too busy then cleaning up the house and doing everything else after they left. I don't know how moms have time to float around the pool.
You know what? You got to make the time occasionally, moms. It is okay
Yes.
to celebrate surviving summer because it is no easy task. That is for
I'm
sure.
so sorry I missed all that.
Well,
I never relaxed. I've got to start doing it.
we'll celebrate those other kids going back to school.
Yes,
How about that?
I'll
We'll
do
have
that.
mimosas for everybody.
sounds great.
We'll do that. All right. Well, when we come back, a Suncoast children's author brings us some great stories.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your happy hour forecast. Pretty dry right now. Dry conditions in the upper levels of the atmosphere really limiting the shower activity. You can see the east coast breeze now into central Florida. We'll see how that interacts with the west coast. But just now, one lone shower in western portions of DeSoto County, southwest of Arcadia. Nice weather out on the water today. 91 degrees, feels like 102. Winds out of the west southwest at 8, and the pressure pretty high, 30.02 inches. And the dew point is high too at 75. There's an area of disturbed weather over the Bahamas. You can see that just southeast of Miami. We're keeping an eye on that for the possibility of tropical development, and we'll talk more about that obviously coming up at 5. And then we have our tropical storm, which could soon become the first hurricane of the season. It is marching off toward Mexico right now. Top winds just under hurricane status at 70 miles an hour. Franklin is moving to the west at 13. And we'll have a complete update on our weather and the tropics coming up at 5. See you then.
It's National Book Lovers Day, and there's no better time to foster a love for reading than childhood. Children's book author and Sarasota resident Rebecca Phillips joins us to introduce us to her latest story. Welcome, Rebecca.
Hi,
You
thank
live
you.
in Sarasota?
Yes.
And you write children's books and you
do.
illustrate them.
I do, yes.
Oh my, tell us about, now what is your book called? Lily?
The Fancy Poo.
Lily the Fancy Poo.
Yes.
Oh, that's a very, quiet over there.
I just got so excited that it was fancy poo.
Not that kind of poo.
I know, I know.
Yes.
Look at that. What a beautiful color. Tell us
you.
about Lily.
So Lily is a little dog from Sarasota, and she takes a trip to New England to visit her cousins, and she learns in this story that love is what is most important. So it's a great lesson for kids, but it's also very fun, and I suggest that parents read it in a very fancy voice. So get your Julia Childs on and read it in that time.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
good. Now, it comes with a gift.
It does.
Uh-huh.
So each set in the series, it comes with a stuffed doggy and it comes with a little mouse. Now there's a few things for kids inside the book. The little mouse is hidden throughout the story.
Ah.
So they have
that's
a lot
fun.
of fun looking for the mouse. And the mouse is also an expert at holding things in its little hands. Perfect for notes, so parents can write a note
Oh,
and
yes, this
put it
little
in Lottie's
handwriting.
hands and leave it for their children in different, in the house or on the first day of school if they're scared, put a little note in there and stick it in the backpack.
So cute.
Yes.
And this is Lily.
That's Lily.
Now, who is this fellow
That
here?
is Piper, and Piper is an Irish wolfhound.
Now, this is another of your
Yes.
books. This is a series?
It's a series, yes,
Of dogs?
of dogs.
So there's Lily, there's Piper. Tell me about Piper.
So Piper is actually based on a true story. It was written for a friend of mine who lives in Orange, Virginia. They have a beautiful inn. And Piper, although he is an incredibly huge dog, is actually very timid and afraid. So in this story, he learns that by being afraid, he misses out on all the fun. And kids have a lot of fun with this one because the words get larger and larger. So they love nothing more than saying the words, Piper was afraid, as loud as they can at the end of the book.
So you read it out loud with your kids, too.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, they're going to love these guys because they can
Yes.
carry them around, sleep with them, and remember the
Yes.
story over and over.
Yes.
Well, it sounds like a great deal of fun. Now,
Thank you.
we want our kids to read, but here they go back to school. Any tips for parents on how you can get your kids to love reading?
I think finding a book that has a common interest. So if your children loves animals, I mean, this is something that's good for them. If they love being fancy, there's other books that that can go to that. But also having a story that's fun and something that's interactive. I think when children are young, you really want to catch their attention with something that they can be involved in. So, for instance, with the Piper was Afraid, reading along or finding the mouse different things that are exciting and fun for them.
How do you use the animals to kind of draw in the kids and teach the lessons? Is that a theme throughout all of your books?
Of having an animal as the main character? Yeah, so I just have a love for animals, but I feel like animals are easily relatable because it's not a specific person per se. It's an animal that they can, you know, it's like when kids read to the dogs and it helps them overcome their fears.
They relate to animals.
They relate to animals.
It's universal.
Yeah, it's universal.
Any animal,
Correct, yeah.
and they immediately see the animal
Yes.
and feel a connection to it. Well, you know, I think if kids can learn to read, that makes their life good. You can never be bored. People can leave me anywhere in the world and give me a book and I'll be perfectly happy.
Yes.
Well, and we've been talking about there are school districts actually in Florida this year that have said we are not going to give homework. The homework is we want those kids reading at the young ages with a parent, at the older ages on their own for 20 to 30 minutes a day. That to me was a huge statement on the importance of growing to love books.
Right, and finding books that they love, you know, that they want to learn to read because they can't wait to tell the story.
Well, your books are beautiful.
Thank
and
you.
illustrated
Yes,
them.
yes.
That's quite a skill.
Thank you. Well, I went to school for fine art in Connecticut at Lime Academy, and I always said, you know, something I've always wanted to do is illustrate children's books. So.
What inspired you to write children's books?
Well, my mom was very, very adamant about giving us a lot of, you know, books to read and getting us involved in that. And she's always making up stories for us as children. So I think that crossed over to me as an adult. And I've actually been writing books for kids ever since I was very little.
Oh,
so I have funny, like, stapled together stories.
Know what you're supposed to do when you start doing it that
Very young.
early.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, we can meet you. You're going to be at Bookstore One.
Yes.
It's great to bring the children in to meet a real author. I think that would be very inspiring.
brings it to
them.
life,
I know what mine would do. They would go home and try to write a book like yours.
Well, and that's what I want. That's what I want to inspire creativity in kids. Definitely. And we're also doing giveaways. So there's going to be a contest and some giveaways, and whoever purchases the book at Bookstore One gets a little mouse with the book as well.
Oh, that's great. And you can also get them at Amazon. Now you're going to be at Bookstore One, and you can meet these little mice in person. And this is on Thursday, August the 10th, for a book signing. So you can come down and get her signature and let the kids meet her. And you can go to your website and find out exactly where to get the books. And are there more books?
There are more coming, yeah. And
More books coming. We got to learn about that. Next, Suncoast for sale.
Just go do it. Go do it. If you're not in control, then who is? Live above the influence.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
No theater lover's bucket list is complete without the classic black comedy Arsenic and Old Lace. Two adorable old ladies who just happen to poison their tenants and bury them in their basement. Fun and farcical, this hilarious play is heating up the summer at the Player Center from August 9th through the 20th. Call 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll die laughing when you see Arsenic and Old Lace.
When I was growing up, my mom told us, always treat others the way you want to be treated. She did business with companies that shared her values, like Mutual of Omaha. She had a guaranteed whole life insurance policy through United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, a Mutual of Omaha company. When my mother passed away, her United of Omaha policy helped cover her funeral expenses and bills, and they had money on its way to us within 24 hours.
United of Omaha is here to take care of you. When you call the number on your screen, we'll help find the right policy for you. If you're between 45 and 85, you can get coverage up to $25,000 with no medical exam. Call us right now at the number on your screen.
Now I know I'll be taking care of my family, even after I'm gone.
United of Omaha guaranteed whole life insurance. Call or go online now. Be there for their future.
All it takes is one look at all the new high-rise construction here, and you can tell that condominiums are immensely popular on the Suncoast. For some, it is a second home. For others, it means less yard work and maintenance. In today's Suncoast for Sale, realtor Eric Schrock has a look at a variety of condos on the market right now, and some condos come with a lot of amazing amenities. So what fees should owners be looking out for?
Well, one of the things that condos have is that the fees include a lot of things that you would do for a private home individual, like lawn maintenance and cable and water, a lot of things that you would have to go out individually and buy. This you don't have to worry about. You pay for it one time and you don't have to worry.
And easier to budget.
Care of for
It
you.
is, it is.
Oh,
It
I
is
love that.
Much easier. Our first home is located in Pelican Cove. It is a gated community, beautiful, beautiful community. This is a first floor in-unit, one bedroom, one bath condo. It is listed at $183,900. It has updated appliances, tile floors in the kitchen and living room. The Florida room has been enclosed, so it adds additional space. It has privacy film on the windows. One bedroom, and it's still a good-sized bedroom, so there's plenty of room for whether it's a second home. And then Pelican Cove has 6 pools.
Ooh,
it has
fun.
3 tennis courts. It has everything that you would ever want. And activities, wood shop, and then of course it's right on Little Sarasota Bay with this incredible view and boardwalks along this bay. It is an incredible, incredible property. The next one is located in Pepper Tree Bay on Siesta Key. Pepper Tree Bay is a golf to bay community. This is a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom, 2-bath listed at $379,000. It's a second floor unit, and it has this gorgeous view out to the pond that's recently remodeled. Again, 2 bedrooms, good sized rooms. Second bedroom can be used as a bedroom, or a lot of times they're a den. And here you have the lanai that has this view of a pond that's been updated with a beautiful waterfall. One of the things about Pepper Tree, everywhere you go on it, there's a place that you can enjoy. On the bay side, you have this fishing pier. On the Gulf side, you're on the #1 beach in the United States, the Siesta Key Beach.
And you don't have to worry about parking.
You don't have to worry about parking. It's a private
priceless.
beach, and of course then you have these beautiful, beautiful sunsets that only you can get on Siesta Key. And then of course we have a dream home. We're going to go to Longboat Key for this one. This is a condo that's a 657, and it is a beautiful, beautiful view. Everything goes out to this terrace balcony. Big open lanai. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 657. Large open kitchen. Again, even the window, kitchen window has this gorgeous view. Large bedrooms, plenty of room in that. But then you go look at this wraparound terrace balcony that you have, that all the rooms open up to this balcony. And you got this gorgeous view of the harbor and bay. I mean, it's just a beautiful view, golf course and everything. So you can sit out there and enjoy. Again, then a pool you don't have to worry about maintenance on, but you can enjoy the pool and chairs. Most of them have fitness centers. Again, this one has a beautiful fitness center and clubhouses. And this has a deeded access to the beach as well. It's a beautiful
What an
location.
economical way to get on the water and these keys, though, both Siesta and Longboat.
Absolutely.
That's a great
Absolutely
idea.
Amazing. Well, you can get more information about any of these properties by contacting Eric at Suncoast Life Realty. Next, it's a battle of the biceps right here in the studio.
Linda.
Don't look at me.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in with Lynn from Sarah Fresh, and we're working with watermelon today. Lynn, do you have any hints for how to keep the watermelon fresher longer at home?
Sure, absolutely. Watermelon is super easy to store. If you buy a whole watermelon, you can keep it in your refrigerator for 2, sometimes 3 weeks. And then once you cut the watermelon, just a simple wrap with saran wrap, and it'll stay stored in your fridge for up to 3 days.
Okay, if it lasts that long, we're excited about trying your watermelon jerky. So there truly is some kind of activity for everyone here on the Suncoast, and I think this next group proves it. Their name is SLAW. It stands for Sarasota Ladies Arm Wrestling. But they aren't just about muscle. They also raise money for nonprofits that support equality and women in our community. So I want to introduce you to Polly Dexter Rose, and she's going to tell us more about it. So let's first learn about you, because obviously you have a little bit of an eccentric persona going on here.
Oh, why, thank you.
Who is Polly Dexter Rose, and how did she come about?
So I am the daughter of Dexter from Dexter's Lab and Blossom, the Powerpuff Girl. And I have to live up to my parents' expectations. And I'm trying very hard to reformulate Chemical X, which is how the Powerpuff Girls got their superpowers. I haven't quite mastered it yet, but one of these days I will, and then I will win the arm wrestling brawl.
All right, so having a persona is part of the deal. You are also not just a feminist, but a STEMinist, I see.
Absolutely. I want to support women in STEM fields.
All right, well, supporting women is actually what this is all about. So tell us a little bit about SLAW and how it began.
So SLAW is part of CLAW, the Collective of Lady Arm Wrestlers, which is a national group, and we support women, equality, and freedom of expression, and SLAW is the Sarasota chapter. We started earlier this year in 2017, and every brawl we pick a different beneficiary, a local beneficiary, a local nonprofit that aligns with our mission.
Okay, so you actually go places and have wrestling matches.
Absolutely.
And I believe we're seeing one right here, and this is serious business.
Wow, look at the look on their face.
Tell us a little bit about what's going on. For one thing, we've got like bars to hold on to. You brought this whole setup with you. Explain how this all works.
Yes.
This is
so
legit.
This is a regulation arm wrestling table, and there are rules. No biting, no hair pulling. It happens, but
look at the look on their faces.
Your butt stays in the chair and your feet stay on the floor.
Okay. Now, why does she need to grasp that pipe?
That helps get leverage. And
okay.
Oh, she'd probably go flying over the table otherwise.
Seriously. All right, so this is a real deal. So everybody has a persona of some type?
Yes, absolutely. We are called goddesses. The arm wrestlers are goddesses, and we develop our own alter egos that are very close, near, and dear to us. They are part of who we are in real life.
And they're all girl power oriented, which I'm a big fan of. So
Absolutely.
tell us a little more about one of the main organizations you support. I'm going to get the name wrong. Is it Unidos?
Unidos Now.
Unidos Now. I'm not good at the Spanish part. Unidos.
Yes, Unidos Now will be the beneficiary for our next match, and they are an organization that support empowering Latinos to achieve the American dream through education. So we're very proud and excited to be supporting them.
What kind of message do you think what you ladies are doing sends to everybody out there about women, power, and equality?
I hope that this empowers other women to step up in their everyday lives and be who they want to be. Be that alter ego, that goddess persona in your everyday life.
Well, we have a goddess right here in our midst, and you may not know it, but it's Linda Carson.
Oh, I didn't know it.
No, I'm telling you, you're our goddess. So, as a result, we would like you to introduce Linda to the world of ladies arm wrestling. I'm sure she needs a persona.
I'd be delighted
And then
to.
I think we need a duel. So let's talk, help her pick a persona.
So, Linda, it should be something that's very near and dear to you, something that you're
I've always wanted to be
excited
Brenda
about.
Starr in the comics. She was a super reporter and she was gorgeous.
That's fantastic.
But I'd like to be Wonder Woman too.
You just want the outfit. That's what you want.
It is about the outfit.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is.
Okay, so Brenda, right? Should we use that?
Brenda for Brenda Starr.
Sounds good.
She's a reporter.
Breaking news.
I like
news,
that.
yes.
Brenda breaking. What should she
How
break?
about arms?
Breaking arms.
Breaking arms. There you go.
Whoa! Wait a minute. I've seen this lady's arm.
Since Raina won.
We didn't know Linda had winner.
Remember those bad words I said I didn't say? Maybe we ought to cut my mic. You are in such trouble.
Now, I
We'll
know
do a daytime version.
In competition, there's like refs and all that stuff. Can you kind of
Absolutely.
simulate that for us? Because I don't know how to run the competition.
I would be happy to.
This one or this one?
Yeah, use
Both.
your right
I
arm.
should get to use both
Keep
arms.
your elbow on the pad, seated in the chair, both feet on the ground, and a couple of tips just
Yes,
for you.
yes.
You want to pull towards you.
That's why she's
That'll
holding down.
that'll give
because I may
you that'll
fall
give
over my
you
head.
more strength. Pull towards you, not over.
Toward me.
Yeah.
All right, pull toward
You
It'll
are
make
in
sense.
trouble.
Okay.
Can you talk
Are
smack?
you ready?
Oh, I thought we were through.
Ready to start? Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
Break it, Brenda, break
Go,
it.
Brenda.
Breaking arms,
Go, Brenda. Yeah. Yeah, come on, Brenda.
Brenda broke her arm.
Brenda breaking arms.
All right, you can join in all the fun with the Sarasota Ladies Arm Wrestlers. It is September 16th coming up at the Cock and Bull. Remember, this all supports women's power programs and equality, which we love. And of course, you can learn more about the organization on the SLA SRQ website. I don't know, Linda. I think she's looking for a rematch. Coming up next, some future fashionistas teach us tricks.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. A Bradenton mother charged with killing her daughter is back in court if Keishana Thomas will accept a plea deal in this case. Plus, new details on where a football stadium for USF could be built in Tampa and if students will have to pay for the addition. Let's get a check on our weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Thanks, Scott. Another late start to the shower and thunderstorm activity. Not much going on here. We have a few isolated showers. The East Coast breeze is working over, though, and that should have a chance to develop some showers and a few thunderstorms later on this evening. Right now, as you can see, the live sweep of the radar Once in a while, a shower will pop up here and there. There's one lone shower just west of Arcadia right now, but not a lot going on. Once the other breeze makes it over, there's a good chance we'll see a few scattered storms. It's hot right now, 102. That's what it feels like. More in the forecast coming up at 5. See you then.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast. If you want 24/7 access to ABC 7's breaking news stories, weather forecasts, traffic alerts, health reports, Suncoast View, and more ABC 7 programming, now there's good news. Introducing the free ABC 7 channel on Amazon Fire TV. Your 24/7 access to ABC 7. Just search ABC 7 on the streaming device and download the free ABC 7 channel app. Or if you don't have an Amazon Fire TV, you can get one at Amazon.com.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Future Suncoast fashionistas are learning the art of repurpose and recycle in their designs. It's all a part of iConcept Junior, a fashion design challenge that raises money for youth education at the Art Center Sarasota. We have two young designers with us today, 15-year-old Amy and 10-year-old Campbell. Welcome, girls. We're so happy to have you and all the stuff you brought with you. We're going to be making fun things. What is iConcept Junior, though?
I think it's just like a fun thing where kids get to express like how, like what they like to do, and especially through design. We did the unconventional challenge, so it kind of made you like expand your horizons and like go with what you're not really used to. So it helped us kind of branch out and like think of cool designs.
Design these dresses and those things you're wearing out of unusual materials.
Now, you make that sound really easy, but I can't design anything. So how do you come up with an idea out of stuff that I would put in a garbage can?
It was actually really hard because for my design, we did fish scales because I remember my dad came out and he was like, hey, let's do this thing called iConcept Junior. And I was like, hey, that sounds like kind of fun and stuff. So he brings out this big thing of fish scales. And so we ended up just like hot gluing about 1,000 fish scales onto this one dress and spray painted it gold and like did a tie thing with ropes and stuff. So it kind of looked like a beached mermaid kind of
Oh, I love that.
Wow.
Campbell, why do you like it?
I like it because you kind of like branch out and have to think of creative ideas for it, for your dress.
And tell us about the Art Center, because I know iConcept Junior all helps raise money and proceeds for youth education at the Art Center. What do you do at the Art Center?
Well, that's kind of where we like modeled, and then I got a lot of my ideas from a bunch of the other models. There's been this girl, I'm not sure what her name was, but she's been doing it for a really long time, and like she helped me kind of think about what to do, and it's really cool because the Art Center helps you like feel creative, and they give you an opportunity to kind of just like go through with everything.
Well, you're making us feel creative. So tell us what we're making here.
We're actually making headbands, and we're using these materials. If you have any questions.
Well, and a lot of the materials are like from other things, right?
Yeah.
Like Stacy, what have you got going on down there?
It's a flower. It's beautiful. What is this made of?
That one is just cardboard, but I know the plastic one that you're holding is
Like this one
actually,
here?
yeah, it's actually cut up like dog lids.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, like dog food lids.
Look at that.
That's amazing.
That's so
These are
creative.
so
That's amazing.
beautiful.
So you're able to take things. Okay, Linda, hold out your thing.
Here we go.
I'm doing the gluing. Be very
This is
afraid.
fun.
It takes
This
two
is
of us
fun.
to make one
We're
headband
making
down
a
here. I like the fact that you're taking things that normally
over here.
Okay, sorry. That normally would end up in the garbage can and being creative with them. I mean, what a great way to kind of
Recycling everything.
stimulate your thought process.
Yeah, like I have a 7-year-old who I think would love this. I think she would absolutely love hanging out with you guys and making clothes and making headbands with all of you. This is great.
Well, there's some great classes there. Tell me about the classes you take at the Art Center.
Different fashion stuff and things like that.
Yeah, there goes our glue gun.
Crafts don't work
This could
well
be
with
a
me.
dangerous job.
And what about at home? I mean, if you got involved in a fashion thing, do you do different design stuffs at home? Are you thinking about fashion design?
Yeah.
Is something you'd like?
I actually like design a lot. Like I do a lot of classes for it and stuff. Recently at the Art Center they had a Diva Fashion Week class. I think that was what it's called. I didn't attend it, but I heard that it worked out really well with a lot of the students, and one of my friends attended it, so that's actually pretty cool. But
and I know Fashion Boot Camp is coming up.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that would be
coming up.
fun.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Are we too old?
Stacy wants to go. Campbell, what do you like to do at home? Do you draw things and design things?
Yeah, well, I spend more time drawing.
That's good. We need somebody to draw them originally.
Hey, Will, what did you make?
I made this really neat
Well,
headband.
let's see
I'm
it.
focusing on the
Oh,
yellow
yeah.
band.
That is
That is very
very
nice.
The
Looks
iConcept
good.
Junior Design Challenge raises money for youth education at the Art Center Sarasota, and it is coming up on September 24th. For more information, you can go to their website, the Art Center Sarasota. Next, we have a pup date with our future guide dog, Wrigley. I have a crown.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Because my parents told me I have to be responsible.
Because my first coach told me, you can do this.
Because my boss showed me how to do a good job.
Because my teacher helped me see the choices.
I'm swimming faster than I ever dreamed.
I am a valuable employee.
I discovered that I could work as an artist.
I will be whatever I want to be.
Youth with disabilities should grow up expecting to work and succeed. For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
ABC 7 is gearing up for the 2017 Suncoast Heart Walk on Saturday, September 9th here at Nathan Benderson Park, and we'd love for you to join us. This rewarding, family-friendly day is the American Heart Association's signature event for raising funds to help fight heart disease and stroke. Walk with us September 9th to help save lives, have fun, and help your heart. For more information, visit suncoastheartwalk.org.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Welcome back. Well, as you keep crafting, I want to tell you that our southeastern guide dog Wrigley has a pup date for you. He went swimming in the bay for the first time. I did not know I was going to have to go swimming as well, so I'm fully clothed, but I'm proud of him because we have a swimming pool, and he's been very hesitant to walk down the steps and start swimming. But I learned, and this is true for many, many dogs, that when you go in from the beach, all of a sudden they just realize they don't have the ground anymore, and it's innate, and they start swimming. So we had a great time swimming in the bay. It's a wonderful way to cool off the pups on 95-degree heat days. Just remember they need lots of fresh water because the salt water can make them sick. But I'm so proud of him.
He did good.
We had so much fun. We did it, and
Look at this
once he realized he could do it, he did not want to leave. So very proud mama moment for this week's pup date. And of course, you can follow Wrigley because he has lots to say on Instagram and Twitter at Wrigley's View. Okay, we're going to head to the kitchen now to make watermelon jerky. I can't wait. We're going to join Sarah Fresh.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock right now. Northport goes to the dogs, the 16 city parks where you can now take your four-legged friends. In Suncoast Traffic Watch right now, there's a serious crash that's backing up traffic for miles in Manatee County. It's on I-75 just north of the State Road 64 exit. We understand all northbound lanes are closed while medical helicopters land and take those injured to nearby hospitals. Let's get another check on the weather with Bob.
Scott, looks like a late night shower and thunderstorm around again as a result of the East Coast breeze making its way across the state right now. Not much going on currently. We have a few isolated cells that have been popping up. There's one lone one in the southeast Manatee County. We'll look for more later on this evening. Showers and storms will be scattered about. Temperatures are warm right now with a heat index at 102 degrees. Well, more in the forecast coming up at 5.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC 7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Coming up Thursday at 4 on Suncoast View, some of the opera world's biggest star sopranos are headed to the Suncoast this season. We'll sit down with Maestro Victor Dorenzi and hear about what's planned on stage this year, including a world premiere. Urbanite Contemporary Theater previews their newest sci-fi-oriented show. Plus, this weekend's McCurdy's Comedy Headliner and Fins from Sharky's on the Pier in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with Lynn from Sarah Fresh. This is really great watermelon jerky. I cannot stop eating it. How is this made? It doesn't make sense. It looks like bacon.
Yes,
and it tastes like watermelon.
And it's in our tea. It tastes like candy. It's really delicious.
Yeah, how'd
you do this?
Yeah, and it's only 2 ingredients. It's watermelon and then sea salt, which you can use whatever type of sea salt you want. That's kind of how you can change the flavor of it.
So how did it end up tasting like candy, though? I mean, this literally tastes like it's dipped in syrup. Like it should be very, very bad for us.
I know, and it's actually good for you. So it's basically all the water is removed from it, and it's just like if you've had any kind of dried fruit. I mean, think raisin.
Right,
basic,
true.
You know. So it's basically that, and you get that good mouthy feel, which is what I like, and it's chewy, and it's a great way to extend. I'm all about seasonal vegetables and fruits, right? So it's a great way to extend the life of watermelons this summer.
All right, well, I see a large knife in front of Linda, which always makes me nervous.
Okay, it's
Okay,
like
so
this.
we're gonna
split these in half.
Okay, so you can go ahead and use them.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
take
pretty
those.
simple.
All right, I'll take these right
We're
here.
like an assembly line here.
Yeah, so you
about
just
that.
cut it in, think about thick bacon slab pieces.
Thick
And so that's what
bacon
you want to
slab
do.
Pieces.
It looks like bacon on the tray.
Does this look like bacon to you, Will?
It does. It does. I think I have enough.
And then you take your sea salt. I chose mine from the farmer's market because whenever I can choose local, I do. And so we've got a great sea salt guy there. And so this is a chipotle sea salt
Oh, okay. So I've
that
got
you're
all
putting
I've got all
on.
my
Yeah,
slices
you just
here. So here I
sprinkle
go.
it right over the top.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good job, Will.
Yeah,
Thank
you could do
you.
some, maybe some lime, like lime rind or something like that. There's all kinds
So
of
many
things you can do.
All right.
And then you pop it in the dehydrator.
Who has a dehydrator?
Not a lot of
I've seen one of these things.
Stephanie does.
I do have a small one, though, but mine doesn't look anything like that. Explain to me what's happening in the dehydrator.
Yeah, so basically, you can use your home oven is the short answer, but and I'll tell you how to do that. But
We've got
a
some right
dehydrator-
here.
Yeah, you can take it out and see what it looks like. So basically what's happening is over time, this takes about 24 to 48 hours on 155 degrees. And basically it's just taking all of the water out of it. And it just becomes this kind of sticky, sort of gooey, yummy, chewy.
It's like a healthy fruit roll-up.
Exactly.
Because
That's
I'm
exactly what
addicted
it
to
is.
those horrible kids' fruit snacks.
Yes.
And that, or like a gummy bear.
Exactly.
It's like a healthy gummy bear.
It is. It
Is there an
tastes delicious.
alternative that you could just put the watermelon outside in the Sarasota heat and it does the same thing?
I think it would just fry it.
Oh, okay.
No, we have too much water in the air.
Yeah, you're right.
Here. Right, exactly. But if you wanted to use your home oven, you know, you would just put it on its lowest setting and then crack the window open, crack the door open because it needs the air.
And
to
it will
circulate.
work, though.
It will work.
How long?
Yes, it's about 6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours.
So you have to run your oven with the door open in your house, but other
Yes,
than
you
that,
have to be okay with that.
which is sort of like every day here. Tell us about dehydrating in general. Do you do other fruits? Do you have other favorites you like?
Dehydrating is great for things like, well, first of all, it comes from sort of the raw food community, and people dehydrate because they want the enzymes to remain intact in food because food is live, right? So they say that if you put it in the dehydrator and keep something below 115 degrees, that the enzymes remain intact. And so then when you're eating, it's, you know, a live food and you're getting all the benefits from the enzymes, right? So that's kind of where
And it's
it came
nice to
about.
have the texture.
Yes,
You know,
it
because
is.
sometimes when you're on a live and fresh food diet, you just kind of miss that crunchy, heavier texture.
Which is why I make kale chips. I'll make
Right.
kale chips in here and just load them with like a cashew yummy cheese, and they're
That
really
sounds
crunchy.
good.
They're like a next time. We'll
Can
do
we?
that.
I was going to say, can you bring those next time because we're
Colin,
ready?
You get the kale all on your teeth.
Yeah,
It's
it's all right.
not a good laugh.
These are in my molars, so I'm apologizing to the dentist.
Would you guys share the juice down there? You brought some juice,
I
right?
did.
Yeah, and
I
we're not
did.
sharing it, we're drinking it.
Because his hangover cure.
Take us on a walk through some of these juices. I see Energizer. Can you give us the names of what you've bought?
Yes, absolutely. So I brought sort of my standard lineup for a typical juice cleanse. So a lot of people are on juice programs where they just drink juice during the day, and then they might have a meal at night. But these are kind of the favorites that I've developed over the last 4.5 years. So you've got a green lemonade, which is a great starter juice, Bright Eyes, which actually nursing moms love because it increases their milk production and it reduces colic in babies. The fennel does in the juice, yes. And then Alkalizer is probably my best seller. It's got turmeric in it and cilantro. Gingerade is a spicy, yummy immunity booster. And then Tropical Beet, of course, they call beets the male Viagra. So I've got lots of men beat down for Tropical Beet.
Oh, I think
buy your men some beets. That's what we learned. Will, stock up down there. You never know. You never know when you might need it. All right, we are keeping it all natural and all local here with Lynn from Sarah Fresh. Learn how to make watermelon jerky. It is absolutely amazing. Nothing better than dehydrated fruit, and we're enjoying the great juices as well. So thanks for joining us. Always fun to learn something new. Stacey, hope you had fun. We loved hanging with you.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I got to eat, I got to play.
You got to arm wrestle, you got to watch Linda anyway. Hey, every day is improv here on Suncoast View. Welcome to our world. Will, great to have you.
Likewise,
check is in the mail.
Thank you.
All right, everybody take some time and enjoy the Suncoast View. Healthy cheers.